Shalom. If you are struggling with pride or you want to focus on humility, let's meditate on these scriptures together. Allow the Ruach HaKodesh, the set-apart spirit of Yahuwah, to lead and guide into all truth. Let's begin. Watch and pray, lest you enter into trial. The spirit indeed is eager, but the flesh is weak. But you, when you pray, go into your room, and having shut your door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret shall reward you openly. And when praying, do not keep on babbling like the nations, for they think that they shall be heard for their many words. Therefore do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. By humility and the fear of Yahuwah are riches and honor and life. The fear of Yahuwah is the discipline of wisdom, and before esteem is humility. Pride comes, then comes shame, but with the humble is wisdom. Humble yourself in the sight of the Master, and he shall lift you up. The pride of man brings him low, but the humble in spirit obtains esteem. If it had not been Yahuwah who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been Yahuwah who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they would have swallowed us alive in their burning rage against us. Then the waters would have overwhelmed us. The stream would have gone over our being. Then the proud waters would have gone over our being. Blessed be Yahuwah, who did not give us as prey to their teeth. Our being has escaped like a bird from the snare of the trapper. The snare was broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of Yahuwah, maker of the heavens and earth. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. He will beautify the humble with salvation. It is right for him to increase, but me to decrease. He leads the humble in what is right and teaches the humble his way. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And what does Yahuwah require of you but to do right and to love loving commitment and to walk humbly with your Elohim? For everyone who is exalting himself shall be humbled, and he who is humbling himself shall be exalted. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Elohim resists the proud, but gives favor to the humble. Therefore, as chosen ones of Elohim, set apart and beloved, put on compassion, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, patience, bearing with one another and forgiving each other if anyone has a complaint against another. Indeed, as Messiah forgave you, so also should you. But above all these, put on love, which is a bond of the perfection. Each one should look out not only for his own interests, but also for the interests of others. For let this mind be in you, which was also in Messiah Yahusha, who being in the form of Elohim did not regard equality with Elohim a matter to be grasped, but emptied himself, taking the form of a servant, and came to be in the likeness of men. And having been found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, death even of a stake. Elohim therefore has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahusha every knee should bow, of those in heaven and of those on earth, and of those under the earth. And every tongue should confess that Yahushua Messiah is master to the esteem of Elohim the Father. There is one lawgiver and judge who is able to save and destroy. Who are you to judge another? If my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Let love be without hypocrisy. Shrink from what is wicked. Cling to what is good. In brotherly love, tenderly loving towards one another. In appreciation, giving preference to each other. Not idle in duty, ardent in spirit, serving the master, rejoicing in the expectancy, enduring under pressure, continuing steadfastly in prayer, imparting to the needs of the set-apart ones, pursuing kindness towards strangers. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who weep. Be of the same mind towards one another. Do not be proud in mind, but go along with the lowly. Do not be wise in your own estimation. Conduct yourselves with all humility, gentleness, and patience. Accept each other with love, and make an effort to preserve the unity of the Spirit with the peace that ties you together. Come, let us bow down and bend low. Let us kneel before Yahuwah our Maker, for He is our Elohim, and we are the people of His pasture and the sheep of His hand. Today, if you would hear His voice, do not harden your hearts as in Meribah, and as the day of Massa in the wilderness. When your fathers tried me, have proved me, they saw my work. For 40 years I was grieved with that generation and said, they are a people who go astray in their hearts, and they do not know my ways, as I swore in my wrath, if they enter into my rest. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I shall give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and humble in heart, and you shall find rest for your beings, for my yoke is gentle and my burden is light. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to Yahuwah. Hand to hand he goes not unpunished. They say, why have we fasted and you have not seen? Why have we afflicted our beings and you took no note? Look, in the day of your fasting, you find pleasure. You drive on all your laborers. Look, you fast for strife and contention, and to strike with the fist of wrongness. You do not fast as you do this day to make your voice heard on high. Is it a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his being? Is it to bow down his head like a bulrush and to spread out sackcloth and ashes? Do you call this a fast and an acceptable day to Yahuwah? Is this not the fast that I have chosen, to loosen the tight cords of wrongness and to undo the bonds of the yoke, to exempt the oppressed and to break off every yoke? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry and that you bring to your house the poor who are cast out? When you see the naked and cover him and not hide yourself from your own flesh, then your light would break forth like the morning, and your healing spring forth speedily, and your righteousness shall go before you. The esteem of Yahuwah would be your rear guard. Then, when you call, Yahuwah would answer. When you cry, he would say, "Here I am." If you take away the yoke from your midst, the pointing of the finger, and the speaking of unrighteousness, If you extend your being to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted being, then your light shall dawn in the darkness, and your darkness be as noon. Then Yahuwah would guide you continually and satisfy your being in drought and strengthen your bones. And you shall be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. O Yahuwah, our Master, how excellent is your name in all the earth, you who set the splendor above the heavens. What is man that you remember him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? Our help is in the name of Yahuwah, maker of the heavens and earth. And whoever exalts himself shall be humbled, and whoever humbles himself shall be exalted. For look, the day shall come, burning like a furnace, and all the proud and every wrongdoer shall be stubble. And the day that shall come shall burn them up, said Yahuwah of hosts, which leaves them to neither root nor branch. But to you who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness shall arise with healing in his wings, and you shall go out and leap for joy like calves from the stall. There is healing in his wings. There is healing in his wings. Hallelujah. Praise Yahuwah. There is healing in his wings.